So I'm Emily from WMCK Radio,
Yes.
and I was hoping we could just start the interview by having you tell us a little bit about yourself, about your music.
Okay.
So why did you end up deciding rock music was something that you kind of wanted to pursue?
Well, I wanted to be different. I didn't want to do what everybody was doing, and I thought everybody was doing pop. Because, pop is easy to get into, and and I wanted to stand out also as an artist.
Mm-hmm.
And try something and do something new as well. I didn't want to follow what everybody else was doing. I wanted to do something different. And then when I heard the American Idiot album of Green Day, that was when I realized I wanted to do rock. That album inspired me, and then I'm like, that's the feel, that's the sound I wanted to do, the attitude. Mm-hmm. So that's how it all... Because at the very beginning, when I started, I was singing Michelle Blanche, Avril Lavigne, Simple Plan, as I was growing up, but I was still trying to figure out my sound. But then I realized I like that, but I want to go deeper, edgier, harder. And then Green Day came along, and then after that, Bon Jovi, and then Billy Idol. So, yeah.
Do you think you did manage to stand out?
Yeah, because everybody's doing pop.
Mm-hmm.
Like, as you see right now, everybody's doing pop, and I have sang pop, but the thing is I can do that, but I want to do something that's more me. I felt that rock suited. I don't know. I just heard the rock, and I'm like, I'm gonna try it. And starting so young, I didn't have that raspiness in my voice. I had to go get vocal training, and I had to be taught how to sing in the rock way to shape my vocals to get that edge. Mm-hmm. So when I was very young, I sounded very clean in my voice, very poppy. But now it's like I can sing a pop song, but it sounds more like a pop rock.
Do you think you've had maybe more of a difficult time getting into rock than like a male artist would?
I think male rockers are lucky because a lot of people say, and if you research Pat Benatar and Joan Jett, they have been told many a time at the beginning of their career that female rockers, like females can't sing rock. And I have been told that many times. And I've been told to change to pop because they say that rock will never do it for me. Well, you know what? I didn't listen to them, thank God. because right now with my rock, I'm happy and I'm doing pretty good right now. And I'm glad that I didn't listen to them because maybe if I had changed, it wouldn't have been good. Sometimes there is a reason you're going that way. Mm-hmm. Like people always come along the way in every business. Try this, do that. But you have to go with your heart. And I always felt inside that rock is for me. And if I don't do rock, I'm not me as a person. So if I had changed, I wouldn't have liked it. I wouldn't have felt good. Yeah, I wouldn't have felt like I'm doing what I want to do. I'm doing what they want me to do. And I'm very lucky to have worked with also producers who helped me get better with the rock that I'm trying to do. So it was only one producer, not mentioning names, that tried to change me, but I didn't end up working with them. So I went somewhere else. Yeah, never work with people if you don't want to work with them. It's okay. Mm-hmm. Things will come. More opportunities will come. Don't be afraid to say no in this business because sometimes you have to.
So your self-titled EP was actually recorded in England, I believe.
Yeah.
Was that with a producer who kind of went with your vision, with what you wanted to do?
Yes, I told him, Stuart S., and I told him that I wanted to do old school Green Day, like old school sound. And Old school Green Day, it's like, the Dookie days, right? The Capone days, those days. Before they got signed to the mainstream and they went, and they were also growing up, but I did it more like the earlier sound. Yeah, he did. He actually told me straight away, sing it the way you want, and you tell me if there's something you don't like that you're hearing in the production. So I was lucky enough to have creative opportunity in the process, because sometimes producers say, no, it's my work, you don't do this. But all the producers I've worked with have let me in and listened to the product to make sure I like it, because I'm paying for it. Mm-hmm. I want to make sure I like what I'm paying them for. If I don't like it, you think I'll have to pay them anyway, but I'd rather walk out happy than not happy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I have worked with some people that I didn't like the product, but then I realized, why did I do it? But that's how you learn. Sometimes you go through that, it's a learning experience. So now I know. But I was very young then, and I just wanted to get some songs out. I never, ever released the song because it was so bad. Not vocally bad, it was the production was bad.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. So.
But you can really tell in your music that it's something you put your whole heart into.
Right.
So I was wondering, when you actually first started writing music.
Oof. And let's see. Well, I used to, I can't remember my age, but I remember the grade. Grade 4, I was always writing poetry and short stories. Mm-hmm. So from that, I led to songwriting, but I didn't grab an instrument till I didn't start playing piano till I was 10, and I didn't grab my first guitar till I was 15 or 16. So I was always writing songs without an instrument. But I didn't write the lyrics with the piano because I never felt piano was me. I was just learning it for theory and just for the fun of it. But as soon as I grabbed the guitar, then I really started writing more songs, because then I'm like, now I have the melody to put behind the lyrics. So, yeah, I just always had the melody in my mind, and I would just write the lyrics, and then luckily I didn't forget it, so I just put it on the guitar. So,
what instruments can you play?
I can play piano. Well, I used to play. I don't play it anymore because I got carpal tunnel, and that kind of scared me to go back. So, and then I said, you know what, piano, one day, maybe later. But then I grabbed the guitar, no problem with the guitar, thank goodness. And so it's just me, electric or acoustic, with whichever for the performance I need. Mm-hmm. I can do both, yeah.
So that's you doing all the guitar work on every single song?
I'm not playing the guitars on my track. Those are session players. But live, different.
Okay.
In the studio, they want to record fast and do this, do that. Mm-hmm. But live, I can play my songs. I love the studio because I love being creative, and I love the performance aspect because I love being in front of people and giving them a nice show, right?
This past year must have been very exciting for you. You re-released all your songs on one self-titled album. So why did you kind of decide that you wanted to compile all of them?
Because that was when I got signed. When my label signed me, he said, let's put all the, instead of doing new stuff, because he said, people really haven't heard everything. Because I went on, I'm not unknown, but I'm independent, right? Mm-hmm. So he thought if I put all my songs together with a brand new track and re-released it, when he shopped my songs to radio, it's under the... So he wanted everything to be under the label's name now. So because if you shop me to the radio stations and didn't have my music under their name, it wouldn't show that I was signed to them. But it's okay because it's nice now having all my songs in one with a new track.
Mm-hmm.
I was actually happy about that because I never thought about doing that. So that was something nice to do so everybody can get it in one.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't matter. But some artists do that.
Yeah.
They put all their songs in one. But actually, they put their hit in the compilation. But I just put all my songs because that's all of my songs, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I agree. I think it makes it a lot easier to just kind of look at all your songs, the
Right.
tracks, rather than clicking through all the EPs.
Yeah.
Were your friends and family really excited when you said you were going to release an album?
I was very excited. Everybody was excited. I hope they were excited. I was very shocked that I actually got the label because the whole year up to the label deal, I was going through a lot. And I was thinking it was never going to happen, that nobody was going to come, and never this. And all of a sudden I got discovered on LinkedIn. Somebody found me on LinkedIn and told me about the label Dance Band Records. And they said, just tell them that we mentioned that you should go. And, I emailed this label, and I'm like, I'm never going to call because they never do. 3 days later, they messaged me, call us. And I'm like, oh, my God, it does happen. So it's like sometimes you just don't know when it's going to happen.
Yeah.
And then it's happening. So, yeah.
That's kind of crazy that LinkedIn, of all social media platforms, would be the one that helped.
Because normally you hear YouTube, right?
Yeah.
So I just got discovered on YouTube. I honestly don't know how he found me, and I didn't ask him how because I don't want to know. It's like I don't have to know everything. I'm just happy they found me, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because they could have found me from a mutual friend. So it could be anything. But I'm very active on LinkedIn and on all of my social media. So anything could have popped up at that time, and then you could have seen it.
So on that same note, do you think the internet has had a huge impact on your career?
Yes. Because if it wasn't for LinkedIn or that person for telling me to get LinkedIn, I don't know if I would be where I am today.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, from all the things I have gotten, finally being able to get from all the hard work I've been trying to get. So I wanted to get on mainstream radio, and I finally got on mainstream radio. So it's hard work. It's hard work out there.
Yeah.
Hard work. And I'm still working hard, and, sometimes it's like, oh, my God, I'm working so hard on one thing.
Mm-hmm.
But, it's worth it when you find out you have gotten it in the end.
Do you have any advice for maybe upcoming artists who kind of are struggling getting that exposure that you ended up getting?
Okay. I would say now that everything's on the net, online, because of social media, it's very good to keep yourself active. And I don't believe in the views having to be so high. As long as you're active, people will find you. Like, my views are not like that high. Like, they're not in like 20,000 or 30,000. So even 1 million, and I got discovered on LinkedIn. Mm-hmm. So you just have to believe, work hard, keep doing it, perform, write, keep writing, networking. But the main thing is don't give up and keep going because it's a rough ride. I've been through a lot, and I finally got to a label. I wanted to be signed when I was like 20. Okay, that didn't happen. So, but I'm just happy I'm there now. And I still have a lot to learn and a lot to do. But don't give up, keep going, and don't let anybody bring you down. Because you can achieve it. You just have to keep going. And you will fall. But then you get back up and then you keep going. Because you never know. Maybe the minute you get back up, something comes in front of you, another opportunity. And also, along the way, you're going to learn more about how to be in the business of music. Because there's so much to learn. Just keep learning about the industry and keep yourself up to date as well. You have to keep yourself up to date with everything happening around you.
So I was actually looking at your YouTube channel a little earlier, and I saw that there's a music video for The Frontline. Was that your first ever music video?
Yeah, I was very young. I'm trying to remember because I was like, I was early 20s there. But that was really good because it was in Toronto area, and we just drove around and found places. It wasn't all planned, you know. We just drove around and found the places, and we go. And then we found the skate park, and then I didn't know the guy booked the boxing ring, and I'm like, oh my god, I don't know how to box, so I just hit the thing. It was all. The point of it is just the fun aspect.
Yeah.
Nobody had to know anything to be in that video, thank God, because I can't do that. And I was in heels for 7 hours. That was awful.
Oh my goodness.
I couldn't take my heels off because it would take too much time taking it off and putting it back on, taking it off, putting it back on. So never again am I ever doing that. I hate heels, by the way. And that was a very, I hated that. But I was also younger, and I wasn't as, I didn't care as much. But now it's like, if I don't have to wear them, I'm not going to wear them, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But it was fun, and it was a beautiful day, but it was very hot that day, so.
So you filmed the whole thing within a day?
Yeah.
Wow.
Like, everything was shot in a day, but it took a week or so for it to fix the video together, put them together, and do the scenes and stuff. But, yeah, and surprisingly, my makeup never came off.
Impressive.
I know. I didn't even have to touch up anything. Probably because I wear so much, and I put so much on that I don't know. I also make sure the makeup I get doesn't smudge.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, because I perform a lot in the heat, and I don't want to have a smudgy face. But sometimes I do. But I was lucky that day. I didn't. I just realized now I didn't have to touch my makeup. I didn't have to retouch it. Wow. I was very lucky.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people can't really say that.
Probably because I was just wearing black eyeliner and blush or something. It wasn't I don't know.
Well, it worked.
Yeah, it worked.
So that was almost 5 years ago. Looking back, would you change anything about it, or are you just happy with the way it came out?
No, I think it, well, I don't know, because I enjoyed filming it, and I at that time being so young and releasing that song, and the song is just enjoying yourself while filming it. Yeah, I don't think I would have changed it. I still like watching it to this day, remembering the times that I was filming it. No, I don't think I would have changed anything.
Do you have any plans on making music videos for any of your other songs?
No, only when I release new music.
Do you have any plans on releasing new music?
I can say it's in the works.
Very exciting.
Yes, I do want to, but I can't promise anything of when it's going to be released. I am working, I am writing, I am doing stuff, but I hate waiting, and I can't say anything, so. I don't know anything. But I am writing. I have thoughts. I have ideas. I have the theory. I have what I want the song or the EP or the album to be about. But I just haven't gone into the studio and put my vocals on the track, you know?
Yeah.
So, I'm not at that stage. But just so you know, when I am at that stage, I normally tweet or post online, guess what, going to the studio. So I'm always talking about what I'm doing. So you and the people will know that I'm in the studio when I'm in the studio.
What's your social media platforms that people can reach you on?
All of it is Sabrina Fallah, but they can go to my website, sabrinafallah.com, my Twitter, my Facebook, my Instagram, my YouTube's there. I have TikTok and Snapchat, which is Sabrina_Fallah. I don't know why I'm on TikTok. I'm just trying it out. I like Snapchat more because of the filters, but I'm just putting myself everywhere, just trying it. TikTok is fun, but it's not picking up as fast as other people's are.
Yeah.
But maybe I just haven't posted the video that catches the attention just yet.
Yeah.
But I'm saying I have to think because I don't just want to post anything out there. But I'm on all of the social media platforms, and they can follow me too, and I'll follow back definitely. So.
Oh, awesome!
And they can talk to me. Talk to me. Don't be afraid. Don't be scared.
That's really cool. I feel like normally artists don't really interact with fans as much.
Well, nowadays, now that everything's on the net, you have to. You have to. Because back in the day, bands were performing day after day after day to meet everybody, to interact. But now that everything's on the net, you need to interact to keep your followers.
Yeah.
That's the thing. You need social media now. That's the marketing platform now.
Definitely.
Now, like I said earlier, you don't need to have the thousands, the hundreds of billion followers. As long as you stay active and keep the people that are following you updated, that's great. That's good. As long as you're keeping those people updated, that's all you need to do. Because they're waiting for more stuff. You don't know. I have followers always asking me, when are you releasing new music? And I'm like, oh man, what do I have to say now?
Does that question kind of put a lot of pressure on you?
Yeah, because I want to release music. But sometimes you have to wait for the right time, and you have to like the thing about me is I write the song or I co-write it, I record it, but then I have to write the whole song all together before I put it out. And then you have to do the poster, and then you have to do the copyright and the publishing and the songwriting credit, the royalty split, and then there's so much things you have to do behind the scenes before you can release the song. There's so many things that you have to do. It's not as much, but you have to make sure your song is completely registered and protected before you put it out. Yeah. So the royalty go to the right people, and it's protected, and everybody's divided properly. I know it's the whole, contract, so much contract.
So it's definitely not as easy as everyone thinks, huh? Takes some time to release music.
No, if you're in the business for the fun of it, for the hobby, that's okay. But if you're in it for making money, you have to go through all those steps behind the scenes. So it's for example, if I co-wrote a song, it's split 50-50. So I have to make sure it's registered with SOCAN, 50-50 split under my publishing and their publishing, and the split of the songwriter. And then so when it goes on the radio, the radio is already with SOCAN, so they can say, okay, that song will automatically link to SOCAN, and then they give us some money. Yeah, I know. No, but as songwriters, the people should know that you need to be registered to SOCAN for the Canada or ASCAP or BMI for the States, just to be protected for your songs.
That's really helpful for anyone listening who maybe wants to release music to know.
Just as a songwriter, those are for the songwriter. Like if you are writing the song, that's where you should register, especially if the song is going to be pushed into the commercial, into being commercial. You want to make sure everything is registered. And I just want to say one thing. Somebody the other day said that you have to pay to copyright your music. You don't have to pay. Like if anybody's listening, like who wants to know on how to copyright your songs and nobody can steal them, just mail your song to yourself. For example, take your lyrics, take the copy or the demo and all the rough stuff, put it in an envelope, mail it to yourself. The postman will stamp it, and that will be protected for you. So if somebody steals your song, you take that to court, and it will have on it the date that you stamped it, and then you can say, well, I wrote this song this time that day, so yeah, you stole it. So that's how you can protect. That's how I protect my stuff. Mm-hmm. I mail it to myself, and it's pretty interesting because I thought I had to pay, but no. As soon as your pen touches the paper, it's your song. But you have to put your name and date, including the year it was written, because that will prove. I know you have to keep a record of everything, because if you just write it and there's no date or year, they could think you still stole it. So you have to be careful in this industry. A lot of people steal people's music. You can hear it. So this hook, so that song, and I'm like, oh my goodness, really? But sometimes they don't know they're stealing it. Somebody else is saying, I wrote this song and they stole it, you know? Mm-hmm. You just have to know where the music is coming from. I'm telling you what I have been told in the business, that if somebody gives you music to record, find out really where it came from, because you don't want to make sure they haven't stolen the song and given it to you, and then you're in trouble. So, yeah. And there's a lot of sneaky things happening. I think that only happens when you're really in it, deep in it. Mm-hmm. Because me, I co-write, I know who I'm writing with. So I'm not given a song and by somebody I don't know.
Yeah.
I haven't gone through that yet. I'm not saying I won't go through it, but I haven't gotten in that kind of situation yet. I just thought I would just mention that if somebody wants to know more, is you have to just be careful with everything.
Yeah, definitely. And I've never heard about mailing your music to yourself.
Yeah, even writers do it too, to protect their books, even though they have publishers, but just to protect their rough notes before the book gets published. They always say mail it to yourself because it's stamped.
Very cool. I just want to know if you have kind of any closing remarks, anything you want to let your fans know about being in the industry, about your experience, or even about anyone who kind of wants to maybe be a female rock artist.
Have passion and love for what you do. If you don't, then it's going to be hard to do what you want to do. Stuart Epps actually said this to me. If you want to be in this industry, you have to bleed for it. It's not an industry to just run around and have fun and do this and do that. If you want to make it and make money, you have to want it and love it, and that's all you want to do and nothing else. But if it's a hobby, it's good. And also, if you really want to get into this industry, the more you get into it, the harder it gets. But you will learn more as you get through it. I can't explain it because I've been through so much that I'm learning as I go. But if you want it, go for it. Don't let anybody bring you down. But the main thing is don't give up, because there's a reason you started. The minute, every time I always felt like giving up, I always said, why did I start? And I started because my passion is music, and I want to write, and how people treat my music. And that's what keeps me going. I always go back to, well, when I was 14, saying, this is what I want to do, and I'm going to do it. No matter how hard it gets, I still go back to my 14-year-old self, and I still can remember that. It's funny how I can bring myself back to 14-year-old and be like, yeah, I remember. Just always remember why you started, and never forget the people who were there for you from the beginning. Because as soon as you succeed, the people you want are the people that were there for you from the start. Those are going to be the people you can trust and be around, because this industry is full of liars and fakes and scams, and every business is like that. But you should make sure you're around positive people who support you. And if you want some motivation to go for your dream, my song The Frontline actually talks about during a time when I was dealing with my friends who were not supporting me very, very well, and I had to leave them a couple of years later. But that's what I wrote the song about, going for your dream, and no matter who is there with you or not, you're still going. So just remember, you may lose some friends and make new friends, but you have to keep going. You can't expect people to stay with you along the way, and I learned a lot from that, because I lost a lot of people being in this industry, because I wanted it so bad. So, but honestly, if they were my real friends, they would have stayed. So that's another thing.
Mm-hmm.
And also, you were very young, so being so young and wanting something so bad can make you lose friends, but it's okay. I honestly don't regret it. I'm happy where I am now. Way much happier now that I'm not dealing with the no support and not being there for your friend. And, so Frontline will give you a boost.
Thank you so much for speaking with us today.